Well, today we're going to go to a place called Forest Mill, which is a antique centre up in a place called Waterfoot, near Bacup, near Hebden Bridge, around the, I don't know, 10 mile on the other side of Manchester. It's a great little area for buying antiques from. This particular antique centre, I have a bit of a concession in, because I go up there. I've got friends up there, and we're doing a bit of a house up there as well. So I have a reason to go up there, and while I'm up there, I'll try and sell a few antiques and buy a few antiques. I spend a lot of time travelling around that area, buying a lot of stuff that either we sell to other shippers or sell on the antique fairs that we go to. Some stuff that we can put on the website, which you'll see as buying and selling. Some stuff privately for clients. So today we're only going to Forest Mill because last week when I was up around the area, I bought quite a bit of furniture, and ironically sold it to a guy got it back here, sold it to a guy from around that area. So now I've got anyways, I took a load back, and I've got to drop off some doors as well, because he bought a ruck of doors off me, and I've got about 6 doors just to drop off. So I'm going to meet Dave and John at the antique centre. They're going to give us a hand just to unload the van, and they'll be wandering around, and I'll show you around the antique centre, see what I think is a bit of a bargain, or what sort of stuff they've got in. I don't know, from last week they might have had a load more gear in. I'm not sure what we're going to see yet, but hey, listen, it's different. It's a place to go. Well, I'll see you in a bit. 100% trustworthy. So we've come over to Forest Mill Antiques Centre, and this is a place called Water, and it's literally 2 miles from Bacup. It's right in the middle of nowhere. I'll get you the postcode for it in a bit. It's worth a look round. It's got 2 entrances. Main entrance is here. You've got to go up a load of steps. But if you can't manage the steps, then if you go around the back, there's a tradesman's entrance, which is one of the old gated lifts, which I'll be putting some doors in a minute that I'm dropping off for the customer. So let's go in. Well, we're on the 2nd floor of the lift, tradesman's lift, but you can use it. And this is Forest Mill Antique Centre. Very quiet at the moment. It's Wednesday afternoon, half past 12. I'll just close the left door, so if anybody comes, they can come up. Very interesting place to buy from. It's not massively crowded. You can get some good bargains at this place. It's worth coming down. Some beautiful stuff, like, look at that Knoll 3-seater Edwardian style sofa, drop arms, absolute 150 quid. You just can't go wrong with things like that, with prices like that. Some beautiful, good quality antiques and stylish furniture, mirrors, pictures, clocks. If you mix this style of furniture with modern furniture, it's just, you're creating your own style, basically. But you can spend a lot of time in here just getting prices and routing through bargains, and then you get proper period campaign chests like that, 1,850 quid. The guy's name on top, that's been all over the world, that thing. To me, this sort of furniture is my favourite choice of furniture. This is what I'd have all the time.
So each one of these concessions, these areas, are concessions of other dealers?
They are concessions of other dealers there. You get on average what we on there, 10, 12 foot that way by 12 by 12, maybe a bit more. It's not an absolute fortune. I have a concession myself, which is in the other room, which we'll go to shortly.
Yeah.
And I'll show you what we pay and how. And some weeks does actually better than others. Gets now and again you get the few of the American dealers in.
So what's the cost for the concession?
Depending on the size, I pay 180 a month.
Right.
Which is, and I'll be honest with you, I have it because it brings me here, and I buy far more than I sell.
Yeah.
Because I buy from here and then take to other areas. It's like in different areas, different stuff sells at different prices. You know, I mean, it's beautiful. Look at it. I mean, whether you like that sort of thing or not, but 320 quid. Where are you buying a piece of furniture for 320 quid?
Yeah.
You can't. You can't. It's a no-brainer. Some of this.
Yeah, that whole thing with the brown furniture, it's been out of fashion for years.
It has been out of fashion for years, but you can mix it. You can mix and match it, and you know. But by its nature, it's 100 years old, 100 and odd years old. It's going to last another 100 and odd years. You go to IKEA. We've just put built-in wardrobes at home from IKEA. They were £2,000, and I had to put them together. It took me 3 days to put the bloody things together. Absolutely nightmare. But if that's what the missus wants, that's what the missus gets, isn't it? you know. So I would much rather have something with a lot of character to it. But you don't know what you're going to get here. Some days we can come and not buy anything. Other days I can go on with a van full of stuff. You just don't know. The dealers, you know, are coming in and out all week, changing the stock. And you know, you're finding little nuggets and then things get in fashion. I mean, the typewriters, these 50 quid. You know, you could always make a bid, 40 quid, 45 quid or something like that. I mean, not a lot you can do with them, but they use them for display. I remember we used to buy Singer sewing machines, and we'd throw the sewing machine away and make tables out of the bases. We used to put a marble top or a wooden top on the bases. Then all of a sudden, the sewing machines become very collectible. And we went from getting a £5 a piece to getting £45 a piece because All Saints, the fashion brand, wanted them as a display in the shops. So every All Saints you go to has got around 50, 60 Singer sewing machines. But that went all over the world. I mean, they've got shops in the Philippines, they've got shops in Africa, South Africa, they've got shops in Germany, shops all over. So he put the price up for Singer sewing machines. And I think somebody at some point will do the same with typewriters. So it's cheap decoration for your brand, really, if you get it right. I mean, there's all sorts, isn't there? You know, you've got stalls that have got pottery and porcelain and some nice stuff. Royal Dalton used to be in fashion, those things used to be £100, £150 all day long. Now, to be fair, 25 quids if you're lucky. To be fair, they'll come back. They will start to be worth some. Maybe the Chinese market gets hold of it, or the Indian market gets hold of it, and then bang, they're up there again. This stall in particular, I used to buy quite a lot of stuff off this stall. He was ridiculously cheap on some of his stuff. He buys old tools. I've had photograph books. Done quite well off the back this gear because he leaves money in it. He sells it to the trade, and it allows you to earn off it, which is quite good. which is okay. Nice little motorbike here, 725 French moped, Lavalette or something. New V5 on sawn, transferable reg. What's the registration? GBD 905B. I mean, that's got to be worth a few quid, the registration. GBD. Quite a nice little thing, not something you see every day. Yeah, cutting tools, whole thing tools. Some end woodworkers' tools probably come through his whole bloody apprenticeship with those things. And you're buying a lot for what, 20, 30 quid? Yeah. Then you've got this sort of thing, which used to be called the. We always called it a Scotty Road dresser because in Liverpool there were millions of them, and they used to sell them on Scotland Road in Liverpool. So
it's quite an imposing looking thing.
Oh,
but you could see that in a flat in New York, a nice modern white flat. It would do well.
Decorated up. I mean, I can't stand painted furniture, to be quite honest with you, but there are bits of furniture that justify being painted, and I think that's one of them.
What price is that?
290 quid.
It's for nothing, isn't it?
It is.
300 quid?
Yeah, 290 quid, and I bet they'd take a bid on that. I bet you buy that for 240, 250.
Yeah.
It's
incredible, isn't it, when you think about the prices of, like you say, IKEA and places like that, what you pay for things that are not even proper wood, MDF and plywood.
Exactly. Chipboard and sticking it together, and but it's led by the fashion job, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it'll come round. It will come back again. And then you've got things like this. This is original pine with its original scumble. That's an oil-based.
What's scumble?
Scumble is this exactly an oil-based paint, and then they get like an afro comb, and they drag it through the paint, and it creates a wood grain, because pine originally was for the paupers. The mahogany was for the rich people, the oak was for the middle classes, and the pine was for the paupers. But so what they did, they overpainted the pine to make it look like a dearer wood. Now, then we went through 20 years ago. Everybody stripped the pine, get it back to its bare wood, which is still fashionable. Pine is one of the only aspects of the antique trade. Pine and Art Deco are the only ones that have not lost the value. They're still holding. It's still every bit of pine. Well, I come up here last week. I sold 7 lumps of pine that I'd bought the week before. Just made one phone call, sold all 7. And in actual fact, I've got some pine doors in the van, which I'm going to unload in a minute to drop off for the guy, because I couldn't fit them in last week. And they still sell to this day. They still sell and get the same money that it did 20 years ago. I mean, some of this stuff you wouldn't have given you, but it's down to personal taste, isn't it? I mean. And we've got a lot of other nations, people coming into this country from all over the world and settling down. A lot of people from Hong Kong, a lot of people from Africa, who want different things than what your average Englishman wants. This is a nice clock, Matt. This here. I'm not a big clock fan, to be quite honest with you, but that's I think it's that 8 bell, 8 chime, a very, very, very good quality clock. That, and I think it's got £1,000 on it, but it'd probably take about 800-900 quid on it. To be fair, but there's money in that if you wanted to. If that was, you wanted to buy it and stick it in your shop or something. And then you go to, a beautiful boardroom desk there.
I like this cellarette. I saw this last week.
Yeah, it's $795, not a load of money. I think there's money left in that. That's been for having the wine in.
Yeah, it's full of ice.
Yeah, still got its original liners in it. Nothing wrong with that at all. think they might be. No, actually, yeah, no, I think those have added on. Two double lock on, so you can't get in. The problem is, what do you do with it?
You put it in your living room.
I know you do, but it's a big lump, isn't it? It's not flat. You can't use it as a coffee table.
True.
And no, who's got a living room that big now?
Yeah.
That they can just have a cellarette in.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, office furniture, you know, how much is an office desk to go and buy now from?
Yeah, 500 quid, £1,000 or something.
Yeah, £1,000. What have we got on this? What's it say on it? 440. Again, you're buying it at 400 quid, aren't you?
Yeah.
And it's a cracking thing. You stick some nice, really 70s office chairs around there, good quality ones, and you're winning.
There's a lot of stuff in here.
There is a lot of stuff in here. There is. It's worth. In all honesty, it's worth a once a month look in here.
Yeah.
Because you can make money buying stuff out of here and taking it down to Newark, say, or Ardingly, or any of the antique fairs. There is a bargain to be had. And I've had a few bargains. Have a look in next door now. Josh, what's your postcode in here mate?
BB4.
BB4.
9PX.
PX.
BX.
BX. BB4 9BX. That's where we're at. It's in water. It's top of Waterfoot. It's around the Bake Up area, and it's open 7 days a week. So give it a call. We're coming into my concession here, which is just full of random stuff that we got. Starting with, look at that, original food cabinet. Original storage food cabinet. How cool is that? You'd have that in your kitchen, wouldn't you? It's original, so it has actually been painted, but I don't want to strip it off. It's got 160 on it. Great, love them, love it. Reproduction Eames chair in the 2000s. Nice copy chair, which you can't get the copies nowadays. They only can only copy them under license now, and they're an absolute fortune. So yeah, I have a mix of stuff in here. Some lovely Art Deco cinema chairs. In 4 there, 2 with arms, 2 not. In actual fact, in my warehouse, I've got about another 10 of those. But the upholstery's not good. I've only brought these here because the upholstery's okay. I forget what's here, to be quite honest with you. I only come up when I get a call saying you need to bring some more stuff up, and I'll throw bits out the warehouse in and come up and leave it up here. But yeah, it's the same random stuff. Nice torso. Now these shouldn't be here. The lads who have the antique mill bought these from a shop in Bake Up, and they took them out themselves and they brought them back, and they've restored them, and they've done a great job of restoring them. They're absolutely outstanding. They're fantastic. If I had somewhere to put them, I'd have them myself.
What does the label say at the very top? Can you say?
No, you're asking, aren't you? It says Bradbury 48 shoot 45 E Bradbury 45 Shoot Hill Manchester. Cabinet makers. So imagine if you just bought a shop and you needed to fit it out. It would cost you what, 15 grand fit a shop out?
Yeah, something like that.
I think they want about 10 grand for these, and I honestly think it's a gift. If I had somewhere to put them, I'd have them, because you ain't buying them again. I'm surprised well, I'm not surprised they haven't gone, because you don't get the right clientele in here for that. They need advertising. I mean, they're fantastic. They're fantastic. If you've got a jewellery store or anything you're selling smalls from, those just equip it straight away. For 10 grand, you've done your shop out.
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice bit of art deco, tables and chairs.
Yeah.
These are hard to get hold of now. These that are like, I don't know what price is on this, but it's probably a couple of grand. Got to be a couple of grand on that. They do need polishing, but you ain't buying them table and chairs anywhere. You know, you're doing well to find them. One of the lads of the family that owns this place, they do restoration, and he's very good. So some of this stuff is for restoring. But
Very good.
yeah, it's all right, isn't it? Nice piece of leaded glass here, Matt. Get this in. This is one of mine. It needs lighting at the back of it. It's some geezer on a donkey. If you wanted a geezer on a donkey in your front room, it's a cracking piece of leaded glass. It's just
Looks like a jester.
could be, mate. To be honest. I don't know. Just an unusual lump. Yeah, and it's got that is the front of it, funnily enough, but it's got a bloody horrible iron bars across it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and paint them either black or brown or something, so it takes your eyes away from the white.
Yeah.
But
What price is it?
I've got 2,600 on it, I think.
260.
No, so 2,600.
Out by a factor of 10.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. So we are, as mentioned before, when we were in there, we sold a load of pine last week, dresser bases, and in with the pine was reclaimed doors. So there was eight reclaimed doors, and seriously, what we did was we bought the reclaimed doors 2 weeks previous from around here. Took them home, sold 4 of them, and then bizarrely sold them back to a guy around here, the rest of them back to a guy around here. So now we're just dropping them off for him. He's going to send one of his lads over to pick them up in the next couple of days. So winner, so we don't even have to strip them.
It's something you do though, isn't it? Stripping doors, buying and selling doors.
Yeah, we do. We do. As part of the architectural side of the job, we usually buy them, strip them, polish them, do them up, send them out. But these, because the guy bought the job lot and he bought all the pine furniture, we've sold them to him because it was just easy enough to get. First profit's the best profit. Cool. Right, well, that was Forest Mill. Big enough place, well worth a visit. If I hope you got the postcode. Josh is the guy who runs the place with his family. Nice people, worth a look around. We didn't buy anything, unfortunately, but the object was to not buy really, was to just drop the doors off and show you guys a few of the bits of pieces that I think are the nicest pieces in there, which were the display cabinets. Then we looked at our campaign chest, clock, which I think there's money in that clock, to be honest. Cellarette was a little bit different. Stained glass, which is on my concession, but obviously I'm going to be a bit favourable with that, aren't I? So yeah, interesting place. If you're up there in the area, give it a try. And the next one I'm going to do is, you saw a glimpse of Dave and John there, so next one I'm going to Dave's house, which we use as a bit of a showroom, to be honest with you, because it's a big house. He lives in it there on his own, and we fill it full of our furniture and our stuff, so we use it as a bit of a storeroom, and he lives with it and quite likes it. So well, I'll show you that, and then we'll go to John's house, which is I'll introduce you to this guy. This will be interesting. See some reaction off this. And when we're at Dave's, I've got a viewer picture that's come in for us to look at in view of buying. So might do that. And then once we've done that, we're going to go to another mill, not that far away, about 3 or 4 mile away, Haslingden Way again, and I'll take you around that, have a wander around that. We might buy stuff, we don't know. We'll see how it goes. But hey, listen, it's a day out, isn't it? If nothing else. Thanks.